you're good.
What are you saying, Q? What are you saying, Q? All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of D&D. We are live. I'm just kidding. None of that was caught up. All right, are you guys ready? The map is also live as well. You mean Pine? The best character I ever created? And the fact that he has a... There we go. You can't remove him. Okay. Alright. Hello. Welcome to another episode of D&D. We are picking up where we left off. Our party barely escaping from some shadow glass elementals attacking them. Seymour holding them down with a literal god smash. And then instantly, with the party's help from a newly magically inclined rook with 2 natural 20s back to back on Arcana checks, helping the party build a teleportation circle. We made it to Avarice's tower.
Yeah, baby.
So, you guys have just spawned in, and immediately as you spawned in, you see Avarice sort of look over at you all and say, hello. And then looks at Seymour's dad and says, hello. And then Pine comes around the corner and you hear, ain't nothing but a, hi, it's your brother Sisterfish.
Oh my god.
And that's where we
Listen,
left off.
I can't be related to everybody, okay?
You're a fae, you actually can.
Yeah. Don't look at the family tree.
Yeah. Your dad
Ooh.
says you're related to everyone, okay? Go ask your other dad.
Other
No,
dad.
Okay.
my 2 dads.
All right.
They're fighting.
Hell, I might have 3 dads for all I know.
Actually, you might have 4. Anyway.
Yeah, we split up and got reburied.
So, what would you all like to do as you spawn into this area? Oh, I forgot to add. Hold on. I have to drop him in real quick. There he is. Tyson.
First, I'll tell Avarice to calm down. That guy's a simulacrum.
I can get that. I thought all of your simulacrums died, and you see him kind of look around and just say, "Nah, still alive." Okay.
I almost dispelled him though.
I wouldn't have blamed you. Can I have everyone make me a perception check, please?
I was not expecting you to say that.
I also need to roll my D100 still.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
7.
You know what's funny? Tyler was in here first, and he got the lowest number so far on the D100 roll.
Yeah,
I think
what was
mine was
it,
a
18?
77.
It was. Yours is currently the highest. Jacob got a 66.
I got a 22.
66 and a 77?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a 19 on perception.
Nice. Seymour got a
What happened to
22.
my-
How about a flat 60?
Failure, you die.
Ooh.
No flat numbers, buddy. Sorry.
No, you're
You know what
good.
else is
Perception.
flat?
You're good,
The line of your heartbeat.
How about a 7 on my perception?
Okay. Seymour and Bjorn, as soon as you guys spawn in and everything sort of happens at once, your eyes immediately flick to the machine that Avarice has been building since the last time you saw it. It's been upgraded since then. And for just a moment, you see it tick once, and then it stays motionless. No one else seems to notice it.
The same machine that I corrupted at one point in time.
The same machine that Divinity, coming from another source, seemed to activate it.
Interesting.
Should I touch it again?
But what would you guys like to do? As Avarice is just sort of looking and saying, like, oh my god. You then see a woman pull her hood down as she walks toward Avarice and says, "Who spawned into your tower, Avarice?" And you see this woman with fiery-like hair looking at you all. And immediately, I will have you all make me a history check with advantage because this person was shown to you all. And I'm going to see if y'all remember her.
With advantage?
With advantage.
How about 2 14s for a 15?
How about -5? Okay.
My
got
boy's been
15.
active
19 was
tonight.
the higher.
Okay, so we got another 15, 15, 10, 9. Gotcha. So the two 15s. Give me just a
I
second.
got a 22 on history.
22, nice. Yeah, I see it now. Second. Yes, actually.
I also have keen mind.
Yeah, does that give you advantage on history or just something you remember within like the last 30 days or something like that?
Yeah. Anything I can recall anything accurately that I've seen or heard within the past month.
Okay. Then you don't have to roll, you're fine.
He literally remembers everything that he's ever known about me.
Correct. About all of you,
That
actually.
way's north.
And he always
I
knows
always
which
know
way.
which way's north.
And he always knows which
Oh,
way is
nice.
north.
That's actually
And
that's
the
one of
number
those
of-
things that is going to be extremely useful when it's extremely useful. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's also the number of hours left before the sunrise or sunset.
I believe it also like the time of day.
That's it.
Okay.
is that
Hey.
gift stuff?
No,
Hey,
that's
Gideon.
Keen Mine.
Which way's north?
Keen mind feet.
Gideon, which way do you point north?
Be careful. This feels like a trap.
Yeah.
Which way do you point north, Gideon?
You're currently setting the cardinal directions for this world.
to,
Be
to
careful.
the north.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Gideon?
I point just to the north.
Yes. You
I-
point.
You want me to pick a spot on the map?
Yes.
I would assume the top
Like
section.
this way?
Yeah.
Okay. That's north.
Oh boy.
North, south. Oh, hold on. Let me start over. I'm just kidding.
I was
Is that how that works? I'm scared.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
I'm just making this up as I go.
The
So am I.
freaking leaf.
Hey, actually, I'm gonna use one of my feats with my mask,
There you
and any lie that I fucking tell just
Mhm.
becomes the truth to everybody around me.
So you're gonna use that now?
No.
Okay.
I can't tell you which way is east, south, or west.
It's called news, man. It's
But-
called news. It
but-
literally stands for
but if
north,
you-
east, west, south.
But if you know where north is, you always know where south, east, and west is.
Dude, that was legendary. I'm fucking crying. I couldn't tell you the other.
But anyway, you see one of the arch wizards from Silvery Moon, Pyrotessin. Standing next to Avarice. And immediately she looks at every one of you and says, I see there is some faces here that I recognize. And Avarice is like, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Avarice points to a wall over here, and you guys see hanging up on a wall is a framed moving like Harry Potter-esque poster image of Seymour and Gideon and Rook and Bjorn. They are the Rook and Bjorn. Rook looks almost like a shadow. You can't really tell anything about Rook's image. Bjorn's is very prevalent, and Gideon's, it just has a description of very large, muscly, GIF man that is also a wizard. No image provided, but they have an image of Seymour. And the title of this newspaper article is, if you see these people, report them to your nearest Arcane Brotherhood Institute, as they are the cause of our arcane magic dying.
What?
So
I guess we're fans, boys.
So you all have done quite a lot, it would seem, Avarice says with a smile.
Mm.
There's no guarantee that's me on
Hey,
the
Seymour,
poster.
should we tell her how much more we've done?
Please, right now, just tell me. Why are you here? You see the other mage is like, yes, we are intrigued.
What's the vibe off these people?
Pirate has...
Bad.
roll me an insight check real quick. Roll me an insight check.
Ooh.
I have a passive 19.
Yeah.
21.
Okay. 21, passive 19. What you're getting from Avarice is annoyance and relief. What you're getting from Pyrotessin, the female next to her, you're getting more... She's intrigued, but she doesn't seem hostile. She's just intrigued.
I rehinge my jaw.
Okay.
I rehinge my jaw.
All right. You rehinge your jaw.
That's just stretching.
While the,
Um,
while they're talking, I'm going to go over here and start touching the machine.
Yeah, I mean, when you touch the machine, is there anything specific you're wanting to get out of, like, touching the machine?
I'm just fidgeting with it.
Okay.
I don't give nobody no information, no way, no how.
Okay. You're just fidgeting with the machine. Seymour's running around. Pyrotessin kind of looks at Seymour as he runs around and says, is there anything you need? Water? Astrolabe?
No.
you don't drink.
Astral aid? Is that what you said?
Astrolabe.
Oh.
No, I'm okay.
She points to the simulacrum of your father and says, all of you were supposed to be dead. And you see
Well.
him sort of like bow and say, "Well, can't kill a cockroach."
I'll kind of point over my shoulder at the newspaper. It doesn't seem like you guys are great at information gathering, honestly.
To be fair, can't really point that at us, considering that is what the new government is wanting to protest, and they have named you all enemy number one.
Who's in charge of the new government?
Not really new, more like new people. The Arcane Brotherhood and the Mages of Silvery Moon and Spellguard are still the ones that have been in power, but we've noticed some significant changes. It happened about a day or two ago. Avarice points to her machine. It started ticking, but not normal. She sort of walks to it, and you see her
Yeah, I
notice
noticed that when we got here that it ticked.
which direction, clockwise or counterclockwise.
Above
Do I
board. You,
remember with the 22?
With a
I was
20,
gonna say I got a 19.
with a 22, it was clockwise.
That's what I'll say. Clockwise.
Interesting. She writes something down. No, it was going counterclockwise the last couple days.
I wonder if I see more.
Uh-huh.
Do you think what we just left may have had any involvement on that?
Yeah, mass amounts of anti-weave could probably make something crazy happen.
Mm,
She sort
yeah,
of breathes in and says, "Okay. So anti-weave, wonderful. Yep.
I did put a shard. I did put a shard in his lantern. And I come walking over to her. I said, "I put a shard."
That shard's not there. Remember?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. And I was showing her the lantern that I put the shard that had anti-weave in it, and I, by the graces of the gods, destroyed it.
She kind of looks at you and then looks at everybody else. Is what he's saying true?
He definitely put some in there and something happened to it. I don't know if it was destroyed or absorbed or what, but it's not there anymore.
Huh.
Can I describe to you what happened that I visually experienced?
Sure. Go ahead.
When I put the shard put the shard in there, at first it didn't react, and then once it did react to the shard, the lantern, then it turned into uh, a black flame, a very
Mhm.
distinct black flame, but in the center it still had the faint uh, divine light to it. And then I cast. I'm trying to remember what it was. Um, uh, Hellfire Flare into it, and when that happened, there was a counter reaction, and I'm trying to remember what happened after that. There was the counter reaction, and then the anti weave began to what seemed to want to come after me, and then I remember hearing screams of many souls, and I opened the gate as the gatekeeper and sent the souls through the gate. And then when that happened, the shard destroyed.
And did it leave behind any remnants?
The moment that happened, I got back with the group because I got kicked by a anti-weave shard. Well, I don't know what you'd call it.
Golem?
Giant. There's a giant crystal. I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a void of, and no, I haven't checked since. If you want, if we can look, if you want.
Sure. She walks over to the center of her device and like this table sort of opens. Set your lantern over here.
Bjorn puts lantern on table. What's with the stealth check, my guy?
You don't see him, so it don't matter.
Steal and shit.
And Q, was that with advantage? Because of, you know why? Okay. As you walk over with Avarice and sort of set your lantern down, you watch as all of these sort of like magnifying glasses and shards of glass being held by wire and mechanical arms begin to descend down, and they begin to overlap each other at certain parts, and she begins to move around, seeing all the different angles. While she's studying this, make me a perception check, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
12.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
So it's 25.
Let's go.
Woot. First one of the night.
With a natural 20. You sort of look around the machine as she is studying your lantern. You notice Avarice is taking very detailed notes as she walks around it. And you begin to notice something in the room. You watch as this part of the machine, and I'll ping it in a second, this part of the machine begins to glow. Very lightly, very slowly. It begins to just glow. She doesn't seem to notice it as she is focused on the lantern right now.
Can you ping it again?
Yep. Did it go through?
Yeah, that's it. Is it something I can reach? Like if I walk to it, can I reach it or touch it?
It's less something that you're able to reach, and it's more along the lines of it's elevated up because it's like a big sort of like the machine that you're in. If you don't remember, it's a giant moving constellation of all the planes, and you see this is like elevated at least 11 to 12 feet up in the air. If you would
Um,
like to give me a history or religion check on that plane, you may.
do I roll with the? All right, I got a 28.
Okay. With a 28, that plane that is lighting up, very small, very little at a time, is Valhalla.
Interesting. And did it happen to occur when the lantern got placed on the table? Like it was momentarily after, or was it within sequence of each other?
All you did see was as she was studying the lantern, you began to see that light glow.
Um, a wild idea. Um, You said it's called Valhalla, right? So are we talking about the Valhalla, like Nordic Valhalla? We're talking about Valhalla and D&D.
D&D.
Okay.
The closest plane to Valhalla would be Gladsheim, which is another name for it in D&D. Or Yasgard.
I'm going to, while she's studying that, I'm going to walk over. Is it moving or is it stationary?
The whole structure isn't moving. That piece is the only thing that's glowing.
I'm going to walk underneath of it,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Mhm.
I'll walk myself underneath of it, and then I'm going to use Gateward Sight.
Okay.
You can it's into the eternal plane or a magical darkness up to 30 feet, and yes, you can watch both sides of the veil while channel divinity.
Okay. You peer into your other sight, and what you see is a small light seemingly reflecting off of that orb from your lantern. And as you watch your lantern, you're beginning to see more lights or light rays attempting to shine out, but are quickly folded back in. You watch as Avarice takes more notes.
I'm gonna look at Avarice. I'm like, hey, Avarice, let me experiment with something real quick.
She looks at you and say, "Will this thing explode in my lab?"
I don't think so. I'm like 99% positive.
She steps back, and as you walk over to your lantern, you watch as she casts a spell and a dome of wall of force appears around you, and she says, "Just for safety. Just for safety."
It wouldn't be the first time I've done something here, so I understand.
And then 1 second. And then I'm going to draw where the dome is, just so that way everyone can see it. I believe it's 30 feet, if I remember correctly, when it becomes dome form, because it's a 60-foot wall that you can then become a 30-foot dome.
Biodome. Oh, I didn't mean to move that.
Oh, you're good. Here, I'll move it back, and then I can lock it. You're good. There you go. You
So
watch.
am I safe to do what I... Go ahead. What were you going to say?
You're good. You see Pine sort of just floating around in the dome with you, bouncing against it. Boom, boom, boom.
I paid no mind to him at all.
Okay.
My boy's gonna die.
Okay.
I want to take the lantern,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to walk back to where the light is coming from.
Yep, it's
I'm
emanating.
going to open.
Which light? Are you talking about the light that's coming from the orb or the light that's coming from the lantern?
Well, I'm bringing a lantern to now the orb.
Okay.
Like and I'm going to open the front of the lantern
Okay. You're opening the front of the lantern.
And
Is that what you're doing?
yes, that's actively what I'm doing right now.
Okay. This more centered. There we go. You open the front of the lantern. The flames no longer contained behind glass. You watch as that beam of light that was shooting out from your lantern become a ray of light, blinding to all that could see it, which currently appears to just be you. As it blasts into that orb, you watch it glow, and you watch as the gear that it's on, just its gear, begins to clockwise.
Begins to spin clockwise.
Mm-hmm. You watch
Okay.
as Avarice and everyone sort of look at this, and Pyra immediately walks over to Avarice, and she begins to speak with her.
Let me. While they're
Perception check,
speaking,
Dylan.
I'm going to look up a conversation quick because I did take notes of this stuff.
Okay.
It's just a lot to keep track of. Give me a second. This. Uh, um, I want to say, as I'm doing this, I'm going to say, as I know I'm looking into the eternal plane while I'm doing this, and you said I was blinded by the light or not blinded?
It's not. It would blind you if you look straight at it.
Like permanently or temporarily?
Like while you're looking at any bright light, you would be blinded. You're not sure if it will be a permanent blind.
I got a wild idea, Christian.
Look, we all have wild ideas.
I want to look into the light with uh the sight that I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm doing that, I want to say with the tenet of devotion reforged, hold the flame, even if the light fades. Do not. You are the lantern now. Shield the innocent. Protect those who still believe or need to. Wield mercy as a weapon. Strike down the wicked, not enraged, but with resolve. Stand unbroken. The last proof that divinity once touched this world, and I would say, in celestial, be graceful, be uh, be unbreakable.
You watch as the flame expand outward and seemingly float midair. Everyone sees this, and the light that it produces is unnaturally strong for a flame of this size. This flame could be held in Bjorn's hand. and the light that it's giving off is similar to that of casting, I would assume, a 7th level daylight spell, as it is blasting light across the room. He watches, everyone watches, and as the light hits other pieces of the machine, you watch those pieces begin to glow, and they begin to spin clockwise.
Poor Christian, how you got me going. If
Uh-oh.
anyone else wants to kick in, I'm going to have to do some research into or some of our
You
previous
all of a sudden you hear
conversations.
something bump into you, and you hear, "What are you doing?"
I am unfazed by Pine. I am unfazed by Pine.
You want some help?
I would be. That would slightly catch my attention.
Do you need help?
I look at Pine and remember that the path that I'm walking as the gatekeeper, the warden, the lantern bearer. And I'd be like, you know what, Pine? I haven't seen you in quite a while. If you want to help, I graciously accept your help.
All right. Pine immediately flies over. He needs help! 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 Just begins to scream it.
Does it look like Bjorn is in trouble in there?
Absolutely
No.
not.
I ignore the fish.
Pine begins to slap against the force barrier.
I shed a single tear. The slapping, it haunts me.
Um,
We can't get in there,
Nope, you cannot.
even if we wanted to help, by the way.
Uh,
Oh, shit.
and
What
that's
a
from
coincidence.
him as well. You. Okay. Gideon, what are you doing while he's doing this? If you're doing anything. I have some things I have to type out. So if there's some things Gideon would like to attempt to do, you're more than capable.
I'm thinking how I could help.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Machine.
I'm mad at you both.
I-
Fucking
I rolled for it.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Wow, guys.
I've broke the game.
I don't even think we can hear from inside, can we?
You can hear through walls of force. It just sounds muffled. It's not like silence. It does allow sound to
see.
travel. One of the few things that can penetrate walls of force.
Um,
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for right there.
Um, while we're hanging out, kind of trying to decide what we're doing, I'm gonna burn 7 sorcery points to restore a 5th level spell slot.
Gotcha.
No reason.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
You need help charging that thing up or something, Bjorn?
Bjorn, have you
I-
decided what you were gonna do? you see Tyson sort of walk up to the wall of force and sort of like poke it, and he goes, maybe one day I can cast a spell like this.
Probably. Well, force is a good one too.
While Bjorn is enacting this, he'd remember from what he read in the passages when he was in the when we were back in the library, and one of the passages of the Apocrypha he was reading. He speaks the words, soft, gentle, not just reassuring, and not without absence. True in nature, but presence in the reality of the world. A lantern guides the path. Is not the path. No, excuse me. The lantern guides the path. It is not the path. If light makes you unable to see shadow, your light has become a blindfold. This is why I'm in this point using a lantern, staring into the light, using this eternal blessing of the lantern to see the eternal plane and the veil between, and also remembering the gracious gift of my goddess, who's no longer here. I whisper her voice with endearment, and I would even say a tear or two would come to pass as he says her voice. I am the lantern. I am the beacon. I am the gatekeeper.
As you say this, you watch as Bjorn's body sort of goes limp, as if he's about to just pass out, but you watch as something catch his body, and he begins to sort of like levitate upward about 5 feet. His eyes are closed as the flame sort of like wraps around him. And you watch as these flames, golden in hue and color, wrap around Bjorn, and the rays of light begin to blast around him, hitting different parts of the machine. The machine slowly picking up speed, an additional tick or two. And then you watch as for just a moment, you watch as your guys' divine artifacts sort of begin to glow.
Can I add a sprinkle to this?
Do we need to get him out?
I assume Bjorn is fully aware of his now current. Yeah.
This is what
Bjorn.
So this is what Bjorn understands. Bjorn, after you say that out loud, your mind goes blank, and you open your eyes, and you are walking in this dark room. There seems to be water lapping at your feet. And above you is a very, very far away sun that's barely giving off any light to see. That's where you're at.
The sun that's very, 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 very far away is me, and I'm in a complete opposite direction.
It could be you. Would you like to investigate it?
Go towards the light.
Hmm. Hmm. Trust me.
No, I'm not gonna go to the light right away.
Okay.
What I'm going to do, is this is I want to get on. I want to get like in a posture where I'm like a monk on my knees, and I bring my fist to my kind of right where my chest is at, and my hand over the fist. I take a deep breath and relax. Take another deep breath and calm my senses. And what I will say is, let's see what I'm gonna say. Even the darkest, even in the darkness, the simplest light is the brightest light. Even the shadows is a beacon of hope. Divinity is merely not just a gracious act. It's not just for the good. It's also for the wicked. It's for everyone. It's a hard path to understand, but it's a path of endearment and enriching a simple life. I see the light before me, simple, steady, but true. And then I see the darkness all around me, almost consuming hunger, fear. But that's not
Seymour,
always the case.
while you're talking, Bjorn, and you can continue in just a moment.
Yep.
Seymour, with your true sight on, I need you to make me a perception check real quick. I just need to see you if you start noticing something small.
25.
Seymour, as this is happening and you're watching this light show within this wall of force, and you're hearing what you're hearing. You're watching as Avarice's wall of force is beginning to pick up microfractures.
Oh boy.
And she's noticing it as well. You may continue, Bjorn.
I would continue to say everyone condemns the darkness and praises the light, but the light is just as dangerous. They can destroy the darkness. And then I would pause for a second, and then open my eyes again and see the light, and then I'd look around to the darkness, the water, and I would take my hands to where the water is down, and I would hold it. And I wouldn't say I exactly bless the water, but in a sense, I take the water and brush it over my face, and if I stand here in this darkness, I will gladly walk it for an eternity to be the light that no one ever sees again. The light that guides the fear, the hunger, the corrupt, just as much as I guide the lost the found, the good. And then I would rise as I say this and stand up. I'd turn my back towards the light and I'd look at the darkness in front of me and tell the darkness it is just as much free to be in the light and not to be afraid, because you are equally in your right. Or the light bearer or lantern bearer, no one is over. No, excuse me. That's not the right word. For me being the lantern bearer, light and dark are equal, and I am the gatekeeper. And then I would turn the face of light and start walking towards the light.
As you do this, slowly, you begin to hear something in the back of your mind. Sort of like a tickle. It's hard to grasp at first. It's like far away. Do you want to try to listen to it, or do you just want to continue with what you just said and ignore it?
At this point, I think I would definitely be willfully open to hearing this.
As you sort of listen, Seymour, you're watching as the wall of force stretches, as more of those cracks, they don't necessarily get bigger. It's almost as if like the pieces of the wall of force itself are being pushed apart individually. Bjorn, you hear in your head your brother's voice. You hear, "Hello, brother. I love you. And you're on the path." And you feel something warm wrap around you as it lets go.
Oh. I would say Bjorn would try to grab what he felt with endearment, like grabbing his chest, and he'd say, "Brother Ragnar, it is good to hear your voice. And you are dearly missed, my brother."
As you do that, you feel something tug at you. Almost like a hand pushing your chin up so you look up at the sky. And as you look up at the sky, you see the sun, the light, begins to move closer.
What kind of closer are we talking about?
I'm talking, it's rapidly descending toward you.
Oh. I want to do a Creed arms wide open type of situation. I'm going to look up at the rapidly accelerating light.
As you see the rapidly accelerating light, you hold your arms open, and what do you finish with?
be kind, be unbreakable.
You feel the light descend, and as your eyes adjust to the bright light, you see a person looking at you. Seems to be an old man in long white robes. So you're
Gandalf the
the
Grey,
one.
they would call me. I am called Gandalf the White.
So you're the one I've heard about. You've been stirring up. I want you all to know, you watch as the wall of force, the dome, you all watch it bend inward. And then you watch as it pops. As something pushed into the wall of force, cutting through it. You guys don't see anything there, but you saw the presence push in, even with true sight. I needed to see you.
Okay, I was going to ask above board. How strong does his presence present to Bjorn?
I would say the presence you get from him it feels like home.
I can dig it.
I needed to see you. I'm not allowed to come here normally, under normal circumstances, but what's happening in the realm is not normal.
There's a lot of that going around.
There is.
May I ask who you are?
You see him touch the water, and as he touches it, you watch as cracks begin to form, as his ripples begin to dissipate outward, and you see life begins to grow, and almost all this like nature begins to appear around him. It's been a long time since I've been here. Yes, you may know my name. And he holds out his hand. I am the first god Ao.
I want to roll a religion check.
Go ahead.
I'm the first god Ao. No, 28.
Okay. As you think on that, the thing is, there's not a lot about the first Pantheon. Not a lot left. What you know of Ao is very limited. Ao isn't just a god. He is the overgod. He is the god that made and selected the other gods. He is the one that chose them, the one that created them, the one that made the divine sparks, according to history.
Oh. Okay. Bjorn would get like culture.
I have another title, but no need in giving you that. I've already broken enough rules. And they're going to be
I
very
don't want you to
upset that
break
I'm
any more
here.
rules. I don't want you to break any more rules.
I know.
I'm kind of like bowing my head because I'm like, I kind of know who this guy is. Like, I don't want to
You don't have to
insult.
do that. Stand. You're not
This
my
guy's going to
paladin.
God jail.
You're not my paladin. Stand. Actually, I don't believe you're anyone's paladin right now. You're your own person. Is that correct? Your god has
Yes,
passed.
yes. It was not an easy trial.
How many more do you have set for you?
I have 2 more, and
What is the
I have a
next one?
quest. The next one is I was literally just reading.
You're fine. I understand.
Walk within the scar. The pilgrim, pilgrim must cross a place where life and death overlap, where joy feels sharp and grief feels warm. The purpose is not to resist temptation, but to understand it. A beacon who has not walked the dark will turn their light into a weapon and call it righteousness.
Are you ready to begin that trial?
Bjorn will look around, look at him, and there would be a satisfying smile, not of readiness, but of acceptance. Because in his heart, he truly believes the trials that he's going through is one step closer to his soul. I'm ready.
As long as you're ready. You watch his hand press into your chest,
Oh dear God.
and this insignia begins to burn. And I want you to describe for me what is a symbol that means something to Bjorn.
A symbol that means something to Bjorn.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say for Bjorn, it was the symbol that he believed in and what he felt with his goddess. And then when he had that ripped away from him, when he had his goddess ripped away from him, he went through this long, perilous journey of like that symbol alone and add that symbol add 2 lion cubs. The symbol of his goddess with 2 lion cubs. Because he remembers the vision that he had with the Leonin of protecting the innocent. And the cubs represent his lineage while also protecting the innocent, which he stands by. The lantern, the symbol of the lantern with 2 lion cubs.
Okay. You watch as his hand pulls away, and that symbol is burned into your chest. And he says, "You're on the path now. Don't let this be in vain." And as he turns to you, you begin to see him rise. The leaves and grass that he spawned begins to decay rapidly as he leaves the ground. Leaves follow him. The smell of floral flowers in the air begin to decay. She has high hopes for you. Do her proud. And Bjorn, you are smacked back into your body, and you sort of come to crashing onto the ground. You watch as the lantern shuts, the flames recede back into it, and the machine completely stops. You see Avarice and Pyra look at each other, and then at Zeri. And you watch as Pyra goes this way, and Avarice walks to her desk over here. Ah, damn.
That was crazy.
Bjorn would kind of stand himself up from his hands to his knees and kind of just sit with one leg over the other, arm gestured over his one knee, and his other arm is holding his head, going, that was a wild ride.
Yeah, as you do that, you feel some irritation in your chest. And you sort of look down and you see that symbol burned into your chest.
You would hear Bjorn giggle a little bit with joy of the fact that that was real, that brought that whole situation to a reality. Be kind and be unbreakable. The lantern and the 2 cups.
Okay. Gideon.
I'd look over at everyone. I'd be like, what are you guys looking at?
You watch as, like, Pyra and Avarice are gone. You no longer see Seymour or Rook. Zeri is just sort of watching. Tyson's like, that was amazing! You broke a wall of force! You know? Like, that takes a lot of effort for a god guy.
Does it take a lot of effort for a god guy, though?
I mean, he doesn't
Gideon,
fucking
what's he
know.
talking about? Gideon, what's he talking about?
Tyler.
Gideon's stunned because he's like, not even his strength can beat that.
I look over at Zeri. I'm like, you want to explain to me what happened outside of my?
I think Gideon can
Correct.
explain it. I have to go talk to a wizard.
Okay.
If you would like to explain the significance of the way he broke Wall of Force, you may, Gideon.
I would explain it to him.
Yeah. I don't think Jacob actually knows, so if you want to explain
No,
it, Tyler,
I don't.
you
I'm
can.
why I was legitimate. This is like a real D&D question. Me asking.
This is in and out of character. Help a homie out.
So, Tyler, if you would like to explain it, you may.
I do apologize,
You're
but
fine.
she came in here and was
You're
talking
fine. You're
to
good.
me.
You're good. The Wall
So
of
I got
Force.
distracted for a moment.
You're fine. The Wall of Force imploded on itself by exterior force. And that's what dispelled it. Do you know normally how Wall of Force is supposed to be dispelled? Does Tyler specifically?
Dispel magic could, right?
Nope. Disintegrate
Nope.
only.
Oh. Or disintegrate. That's right.
So if you want to explain that to him in and out of character, you're more than welcome to.
So that means someone used some pretty powerful magic to get past the wall.
Um,
Disintegrate is 6th level magic and it does high damage. Or is it 6 or is it more?
It's
I
6th.
think it's 6th.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
6th.
six.
It's the same level as Wall of Force.
well, I mean, I did
Alrighty.
experience something. Well, I mean, I did experience someone or something that gave me
Was
the
something.
slightest, the slightest, when I asked him his name, it kind of sent me a slight, like, cold chill slash, I'm not worthy to be in your presence kind of vibe.
It would take some pretty potent magic to just ripple your way through a wall of force. So whoever
Uh,
you met with is immensely powerful.
let's just put it this way: he's the first. The first. He.
So
I
Rook,
whisper his.
you're
I whisper his name
Mhm.
to get in. What was his name again?
As you attempt
Ayo.
to speak his name, it's like something gets caught in your throat and you can't.
Ooh. You
I
want to
can't
write
say
it
his
down?
name. I'm afraid if I try to write it down, it won't work.
Hey, it's a real chill guy. I trust.
What if I hold the quill and you hold my hand and write with my hand?
As the two
That way you're
muscly
not
boys
technically
hold each
writing.
other's hand and attempt to write out a two-letter word, it's like the struggle of a lifetime. Both of your strengths are pulled to the test. Every fiber and muscle of your being is used as you guys draw a massive A and O.
That just looks like a bunch of
Oh,
squiggles.
Oh my god, I
ugh.
fucking love you.
Yeah, that's
A-O.
yeah.
As we pull away from here, Rook and Seymour, you guys follow behind Pyra. She seems to leave the invocation tower and she begins to head down Neverwinter, down some street corner paths until you see her enter a modest looking house in the tower district. And the door
Okay.
shuts behind her.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
I might have something for this.
Okay.
So I can we see the door? We can see the door open, right?
Yeah.
I will spend 1 sorcery point to
Mhm.
subtly cast and grab Rook and Dimension Door into the house.
In this moment, you grab him and you guys teleport to like the side of the wall, and I'm gonna need you both to make dexterity saves to not immediately like bump into something that's just on the wall.
Super fair.
A natural 20.
Rook, you just backflip in like your perfect space in a 5-foot space. Just do an unneeded backflip, and you
Superhero
perfectly.
landing.
18 total.
Seymour, you just spin around and just barely miss every glass vase that could just fall.
That's actually perfect.
And you both get in.
Then I'll just kind of step to the side and make sure I'm not in her way as she comes in.
She shuts the door, and as she does, you watch as the house light up with like arcane lights, and she begins to walk further in, and you see her push open some doors until she makes it into like this lab that she has on the upper floor, and you watch her take out this old book, and she opens it and says, "Could it be? Could it be? Yeah, we have the heart. We have light. Wait. They're missing. Missing those two. As she begins to like look back and forth, you then hear like a mirror on the side of the wall begins to like rattle against the wall. She's like, damn it. She sort of composes herself. And could I have both of you make me a stealth check, please? Rook and Seymour, with advantage since you're both invisible still.
Invisible.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
For
Damn.
23.
Thanks for turning on the good rolls, Christian.
Yes,
no
a
shit,
30.
Bro. Oh my god.
Was that two nat
What's
20s?
happening?
No,
No,
he's
that
just
was a
rogue.
14.
That was a 14! That was a 14!
Rogue. That's what rogues
That
are
expertise,
about, baby.
dude.
They about rolling those big numbers on the saves.
There's some sneaky boys.
Um, as you guys are stealthily off to the side,
That's a 14.
you guys both begin to watch as she removes the cloth covering, and you watch as this like man's face appears in the mirror. Part of his face looks like a beautiful elf, unblemished by age.
Oh,
The other side is almost as if like it's reforging, like restitching itself. And she looks at him and says, I see you've done some remodeling. You see him laugh as he curls his lips and begins to laugh. Yes, a bit. Power's growing exponentially. I see you still haven't taken yours. No, I don't normally give in to people that come down from the sky and tell us they're our savior. Spoken like a true wizard. You'll see our ways soon. I do have high hopes for you, Pyra, and your sister, Avarice. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, there are still quite a few wizards that are investigating what you've prophesized. Especially coming from a conjuration mage. You seem to know a lot of the future, like a divinationist. You see him smile and say, well, when you have access to it all, what's there left to hide? Yeah. That's kind of my point. Anyway. What is it you need? It's quite simple. I was just checking in on one of my favorite pupils, and we got a reading. A reading? Coming from Neverwinter. A divine signature? Very strong. The strongest we've ever registered, actually. You know anything about that? I know your sister was working on a little experiment with divine magic. Yeah, she may have triggered a domino effect within her machine, but it didn't last nearly that long. You wouldn't be lying to me, Pyra, would you? Would you be lying to me? You see his smile grow. I've always loved chatting with you, Pyra. You've always been a witty student. That is all for now. Have you been keeping an eye on the unsavory ones that I've sent to all of the head wizards? Including that Cyclopean? Yeah. I still don't understand why we need to capture him. He watches his smile fades and he says, because he carries with him the destruction of our new beginning. How exactly does a single Cyclopean carry that? Pyra, there are some things I will not give up until you've earned my trust. Take the seed, and then I'll tell you everything. After I do more tests, of course. Of course, Pyra. Have all the information you need. Thanks. And she turns the mirror turns the mirror against the wall and sort of like dispels it. Oh my god, his face looks like a goddamn fucking sandpaper. As she turns around and she begins to open the book and she's like, where did my book go?
I wouldn't have taken it yet.
You wouldn't have? Okay, I wasn't sure.
No.
She turns to pull her book over and she begins to study it. Seymour, give me a perception check.
Eat the book. Be the book.
With a 17, Seymour, you watch as near Pyra, a gemstone begins to glow. She sort of looks at it, and then you watch as she holds it in her hand. You watch her snap her fingers and all the doors and windows close, and she immediately says, "Who's there?"
I don't say anything.
Mm.
I know there's someone here using illusion magic. I'm detecting it.
In your head?
You actually can't get into her head.
No.
Mm.
In Seymour's head.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
Then.
say we might still be able to make this work, and I'm going to use the mask's ability to make her totally forget me for an hour.
Okay.
I'll drop my
Mm.
invisibility when he does that.
As the mask's power sort of like meets her, you watch on her hand this ring that you didn't see before become unsealed, and it glows red hot. As the ring is fighting the mask's memory manipulation. And then you watch as the ring goes dormant, and she sort of blinks. Migraine.
I'd have a migraine too if I was looking at that guy. What the fuck?
She jumps up and says, "You... Okay. How much did you hear?"
Yes.
So you at least heard that I haven't joined his cult.
Yeah, I did. That's why you know I'm here.
More like why I can see you.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
So, is anyone else here with you?
Nobody you know.
No. I guess not. So,
Shit, I'm on my toes tonight, boys.
He fucking cooking, dude.
so what is it that you want since you followed me to my home?
I was just kind of seeing what you were about. You don't have the best vibes.
I mean, I could say the
Seemed
same
like you might have been
about you.
hassling avarice. And that's fair. I'm being demonized everywhere. I don't expect anybody to like me.
I only have to go off of what the papers have said. I haven't met you in person. So maybe
Well,
we
that's
should get
fair.
on the best of foot. I mean, you did break into my house.
Technically, I didn't break in. I subtly casted a dimension door
So
in
you're
here while your
minting-
door was open.
So you're admitting to trespassing.
Sure. I don't
Okay.
lie.
Well, marking trespassing as the first offense to meeting you, my name is Pyra. May I have yours?
I'm Steve.
What'd you say? You cut out a little bit.
I said I'm Seymour.
Okay. Hello, Seymour. As you probably also heard, I am Avarice's sister, her older sister.
Yeah.
Does that put
I
me
also overheard that he seems to think I have something.
He thinks a
that
lot of
can
people have a
stop
lot of things. To be honest, he was like that before
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
this.
That is the guy I argued with in the city, right?
That's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy that turned you into a gym as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's a dick. He fucking put me in a gym and had like a whole bunch of prisoners.
He's still doing that.
That was before this, too. He was still like kind of normal.
He was on reprimand. If I had just found more information, I could have gotten his. Fine. What's done is done. My case has been destroyed, and I cannot have him removed from his title.
Well, that's okay. I feel like that wouldn't really accomplish much with where he's at right now, anyway.
Probably not, but at the time it would have at least taken away some of his power and authority. But now that doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I am the head of the Invocationists in Silvery Moon. It is a pleasure to meet you, Seymour. And yes, as you can see, he keeps trying to recruit me and Avarice. We are trying to ascertain exactly what this is, and I can only assume it's probably the anti-weave that you mentioned. And
Does
Avarice's
she show me
tower.
whatever she's talking about?
She pulls out a glass vial with what looks like a small, like, I wouldn't say Goodberry-sized bead.
Like the one I ate out of the cup?
No, more like, as you sort of look at it, it's more, it's like a small ball of thread.
I will. Oh, so it's just anti-weave threads.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell her she's right. It's just anti-weave threads.
The thing is, this is giving off an amount of power equivalent to make a flying city. Just this bead. She sets it on the table. And if people start falling into that logic of it's just more powerful, it may not matter what science and magic say.
Mm-hmm.
As the people will decide. That's why we're
So-
trying to test it as fast as possible. Can you give me any information on it? What does it do? Other than be powerful.
As far as I figured out, it's just the weave in reverse. I don't even know that it's its own thing. I think it's bastardized weave that they've manipulated into being this. I could try and identify it with anti-weave if you want.
What?
Huh?
What did you... What?
I figured out how to use it, just like naturally.
What do you mean naturally?
I mean, I did it. I watched it happen a couple of times and I pieced together what was going on. I did it.
I don't understand.
See, wizards want rules and like books and like all this shit. If you just understand how it all works.
She points to Rook
you
in the
can just
corner and she's like,
figure it
are you
out."
hearing this? What? How was he able to do this? And turns back to Seymour.
She does know that I'm here?
She knows that, like, she turns and, like, feels a presence, because, like, the ring gave her some benefits. She sees a presence. She doesn't know who you are, or even probably remember talking to you as she turns to Seymour, but she just turns to you in this moment and then turns back to Seymour.
Yeah, I figured. I saw. Yeah, I just watched it happen a couple times and then figured it out. I don't know.
So you would reverse weave cast identify.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Doesn't
pretty
it
sure
hurt
that
you?
it's just. Well, it probably should, but
Okay.
a close friend of mine made a wish that I
wish.
couldn't be affected by anti-weave negatively. I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but he worded it pretty good, especially for being new to magic.
That's what you hold.
The wish spell or the immunity?
Both.
Oh, the immunity. That makes way more sense.
You hold the immunity.
Interesting. So I wonder if I can spread that now that it exists.
Oh my god.
Changeling myself into Gideon and step from the shadows.
Okay. She goes, oh! How did I not see you?
I am here to talk about wizard stuff with you guys. I love Mistra. I'll roll deception on that. I know that.
That was pretty bad. That was
I know
pretty
that wasn't very good.
I almost need a performance as well with the fucking
Okay.
advantage because of your mimicry. Oh my god.
A 19 on my performance.
Okay.
Nice.
And what? A deception?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn,
19.
double 19.
19.
Power of rogues, man. Even though you rolled a 3, it becomes a 10. Anyway, she looks at you and in Gideon's form, and she's like, "Is he a friend of yours?"
Yeah.
You would have saw Gideon in the room, wouldn't she?
She honestly wasn't paying attention to anyone but Seymour and
That's fair.
Bjorn.
There was some shit going on.
She
That's
truly, she's one of those people that, like, unless you're important, you don't register.
Damn.
Oh,
me to-
I must have became real important now.
Do you want me to do it?
I don't know. The thing is, I've attempted casting magic, regular magic, and it's gone bad. I know
Yeah,
you
it
cast
explodes.
not all the
You
time.
can't do that. Oh.
I've tested it with other types. It seems it depends. If two of the same type of magic collide, it could explode. If two opposing forces of magic collide, it could explode. If two non-opposing types of magic collide, they don't always explode. For instance, illusion and necromancy. They're normally not depicted as opposites. So if they were cast, like, the illusion was the anti-weave and the weave was the necromancy, I've seen it empower the necromancy.
Yeah, because if it's opposites and you're casting it in reverse, then you're just laying it on top of itself.
Correct.
Explosion.
And then if they're on, and then if it's the same type of magic, they explode.
Yeah, you're
because
you're twisting the weave back around itself to empower the same spell.
It's almost like it's
used.
almost like it's completing the circuit.
That's insane. What the fuck? Okay, interesting.
This could. I know. I've been working day and night on it.
Okay, so I'll start the party off by anti-weave casting identify on the bottle to try and figure out what
Make me an
school
Arcana
this
check.
belongs to. 24.
Yeah, you're successfully able to cast a level 1 identify. And you're wanting
Does she
to know.
freak out when I start doing it?
She sort of holds her breath, and you watch as like an abjuration ward is carved in front of her, and then she just sort of goes, okay, as nothing else happens. The schools of magic that you get from your identify are as follows: abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, invocation, illusion. Or sorry, not illusion, transmutation. That is it.
So everything except for illusion.
And
right?
necromancy.
And necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll tell her that.
Interesting.
If it's
That must be why when I cast illusion and necromancy, sometimes it empowers one of those spells because I don't have that in this ball. Interesting. This is becoming more and more interesting. So
is this what he wants you to eat?
Yeah, he calls it the seed, a seed of magic. If ingested,
He's not technically wrong.
it will amplify a wizard's power.
And turn you into a sandpaper being.
Yeah, I kind of figured that with how he looks behind closed doors.
I can't tell how much it warps personality and stuff because that guy kind of seems like he was always a piece of shit.
I don't know. You watch, Seymour, after you cast the spell, your fingertips begin to blacken, and then you watch as something pushes it back and then eradicates the darkness in your fingers. Is that always supposed to happen?
My guess is that's the wish power stopping whatever happens from using the anti-weave.
So that wish is very powerful indeed, for it to stop the anti-weave from taking you over. And to push it back on top of that. My only issue is, if a wish of that magnitude is this powerful, what are the repercussions of that wish?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It usually falls on the person who made the wish too, doesn't it?
The butterfly
So
effect. It could be
my friend could have
I mean, it could be
made
your
this wish for
friend.
me and get fucked.
Could be your friend. It could be you. It could be years
would
down the
make sense.
road. It could be magic itself.
Well, I'll just have to restart magic, I guess. I'm considering doing that anyway. Everything's all fucked up.
I slyly turn around and get Greed out, and I'm trying to steal another seed of magic now that I've seen one and heard the descriptor of it.
Okay. You're going to attempt to steal a seed of anti-weave?
Yeah, that's what they're messing with right now, right?
That is correct. As your hand sort of slips in to like the between and you sort of feel around, you feel the slime squeezed up against your hand. It's wet and it's cord-like. Do you grab it?
Yeah.
As you pull back, you are holding what looks like this sort of like purple goo. And as you unfurl your hand, you see a concentrated cord of one thread of anti-weave. Not in a ball form.
Is this at all useful to you guys?
What are you doing holding that? I need you to immediately make a con save. With
I
disadvantage.
will reach out and try and take it from him immediately.
That's fine.
Upon seeing what it is.
That is fine, but he still pulled it and grabbed it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
A 23.
Is that with disadvantage?
With its advantage.
Yes, it is.
You better get cooked, bro.
A 10.
You
Ooh.
watch as Rook's arm becomes immediately wrapped in this cord, and it begins to squeeze your arm, Rook. And you begin to feel it dig into your vein. At this moment, Seymour, you grab parts of it. What are you attempting to do to pull it off of him?
Well, now that I see that happening,
Yes.
I'm just gonna try and read this thing really quick.
Seymour pulls out a spell book. Hold, please.
One moment.
Rook, for failing your con save,
Mm-hmm.
you take 45 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ.
And
Oh.
if you have access to magic, you lose your spell slots or pack slots.
If I see it
like they're just used up for the
They're
day.
yeah, as if you used them up for the
Okay.
day.
Gotcha.
I will just I'm gonna try and cast Dispel Magic, but
Okay.
with in reverse.
Yeah, you reverse cast Dispel Magic. Give me an Arcana
Imbue
check.
magic.
Anti-weave.
I know, right?
Yeah,
29.
Yeah, you reach in and you just immediately see what's happening, and as you do, you watch as the cord shrivel up in his arm, and you see it fall off. His veins, where it latched in and poisoned some of him, are still completely blackened on Gideon's form. And you watch as his arm has like a bulge spot where it dug in like a leech. You did dispel magic on the cord, but what's ever inside of him is still there. But Rook,
Yeah.
you
Something
no longer,
in my arm.
there is something in your arm, in your veins, but you still feel like you. The pain is much better, and your arm just feels.
And where is this at? Like in my forearm?
Yeah, I would say on your right arm, the one that, or whichever one you use to pull the cord, and it like hit right where your elbow is. It dug right in right there, and then went down your arm.
Okay, if I feel like there's something in my arm,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it off.
You're just straight up cutting your arm off?
Yeah, especially if I see. How do I roll to hit myself?
So, the mechanics for severing one's own arm are as follows. You don't roll to hit yourself, because you can hit yourself if you want. You need to make a will save 4 times as you cut through the bone and viscera to not stop halfway.
Okay.
Okay.
What is a will save?
Wisdom.
On. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom. You have to have the you
So
have
just
to
a
have the will to push through, which is wisdom based on this check.
Just a flat wisdom.
Flat wisdom, and if you get below a 15 on any of them, you stop regardless of how far you go.
Can I use my luckies on them?
I mean, I would let you use your luckies. I don't see why you couldn't.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 on the first one. Nat 20s don't really matter for
Right.
it, but yeah, you're good. Continue.
6, I will lucky.
Okay.
17.
You're about halfway through your arm now as you're cutting
A
it.
7, I will lucky.
Okay.
An 11.
Got a lucky.
How many luckies do I have?
I don't know. I think you should have like 4 a day.
We should have 4 right now. Yeah. I also have lucky.
So I've used 2.
Right now, your arm is halfway cut
A
off.
third.
Ooh,
Damn. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
that's fine. That's what it's there for.
15.
15. You're 3/4 of the way through your own arm.
I
just-
have 1 lucky.
I just want you guys to know, Pyra and Seymour are watching this
Fuck.
as Rook is just carving into his arm with his dagger, slashing through it. By the way, the arm which looks like
Lastly.
Gideon's arm. Yeah. 20.
Nat 20.
It's not
Come
nat
on.
20, a dirty 20, but yeah, fucking
Oh,
amazing.
dirty 20.
You watch as his arm falls to the ground, and you watch it sort of spasm as this like black blood begins to leach out, and you hear what sounds like screeching come from his arm as the parasite that was inside of him lost its blood supply. And as you hold your arm, you are actively bleeding. I need you, Rook, to immediately make a medicine check on yourself, or someone needs to stop the bleeding, or you do immediately take 4d12 piercing bleed damage.
I take any damage from cutting off my arm?
Yeah.
Okay, I just was
Yeah.
making sure before we started taking bleed damage
You
that
do.
I took all of my.
I have a lot to get through. After
Add
you
your
just,
paladin here
look,
who's not there.
Not
Yeah.
only did you cut off your arm, you did it in this mage's home while Seymour and her watched as you, in agony for like a solid half a minute, carved it.
Yeah.
In Gideon's form, mind you.
Yeah.
So, the initial damage you take for your arm, go ahead and roll me 4d10.
Oh boy. We're getting real close.
Okay, 25 points of damage is how much you take. And Rook, your maximum hit points are also reduced by 25 until your arm is returned. Or unless you regrow it. By some magical way.
Are you still alive?
How's Rook feeling?
Very bad, and my medicine check was 13.
Yep.
I
And
rolled
then
one, too. I rolled a
Seymour runs over and immediately like staunches it with like medicine as well. And Pyra's like, "Oh my fucking god!" And she runs around and she grabs like a bunch of bandages and just begins to help and like immediately begins to sort of like cauterize it so it doesn't hurt you, but it stops the bleeding.
Heal for 54.
Perfect.
Off of 4th level cure wounds.
Yep. So you can
I know
heal.
That's not going to regrow your limb, but
Yeah, you
that'll
heal, but
hopefully stop you from bleeding out.
make sure that you still have the negative 25 to your maximum hit points.
Yeah, I've already
Okay, cool.
put a permanent modifier on there.
Cool. Yeah, as Seymour does this, your skin and muscle begin to overlap where that wound was, and it begins to grow as if your arm has always been severed, and it is now just a skin flap on top of it.
What the fuck?
You watch as Rook's arm squeals on the ground still, and you see like these spider-like limbs jump out of it. His arm grows like this eye and face, and it
I'm gonna
jumps out
turn
the
cup
window.
upside down and slap it on the arm.
Well, it's his forearm, so you can't.
I know.
Yeah, a cup's not gonna
Can I
work.
stab my? Well, I was gonna say stab my dagger through it, but
I don't think you're in the mind space to stab your own arm.
disoriented with one arm.
Yeah. You see Pyra see it begin to move, and she immediately throws an orb at it. As it like leaps to the window, you watch this orb connect with it, and then just a orb of force appears. It smashes through the window, but it can't get through the window frame because of the orb, and just keep beating it against the window. She's like, "What the fuck is that?"
I believe that's his arm.
I'm going to turn into my changeling form.
As you turn into your changeling form, your arm turns into its normal form as well.
Ooh, I don't like that. Like it's still alive.
It's fucking moving. What do you mean it's still alive?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Listen, I don't know a whole lot about magic. I'm pretty new to this whole thing.
All of a sudden, Rook, you hear in your head, "Hi, this is the librarian. I need some information."
Oh, I have one arm now.
All right, writing that down. I need 2 more pieces.
My severed arm grew legs and tried to run away. Anti-weave comes in strands.
Thank you. And you just hear like a door shut.
I will grab the flailing arm.
All right, you revert from Gideon's form, so we'll put Gideon back over here. Rook's back over here. Yeah, you hold this orb in your hand. This orb is about a 3-foot orb, like all around, like a 3-foot radius, completely wrapped around the arm as it spasms inside of it and tries to beat against it. You see the face and like eyes along his hands. Along its fingers are eyes and antenna that come out of the fingernails, and you watch as like a mouth is on the actual palm. Legs seem to come down along the body, almost like a centipede, and you see like where it was cut, the veins that were left in the arms are like slapping around like tails almost, but they seem to move almost more like tentacles.
All right, buddy. I don't know what to do about this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So you're saying you've never seen this before?
No. I think I'm the only person in the group that's handled the shit until now.
You see her sort of like gingerly grab a broom and then put like a cup on the floor and scrape the shriveled up weave with the broom into a cup and then place it on the table and then put like a book on top of it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gods. I'm a wizard and you got me saying oh my gods.
Well, I mean, never mind. You're not ready for that.
There's a divine paladin. Hear that in the distance?
No. She turns to each of you and says, "Have you fought anything infected with this?"
Yeah. Crazy golem things.
You understand? If just simply having the thread wrap around someone's arm could cause this, if they find a way to make it to where this can transfer via physical contact or blood contact, we could have an epidemic.
Good thing you didn't eat that shit, huh?
Okay.
Wait, you guys were eating the beads?
That's what he wanted me to do.
That's what the guy wanted. That's why he looked like that.
He... Okay. Okay. She stands up and walks over to where the bead is. She walks over to you, Seymour, and says, "I think we need to have a truce, and I think we need to share as much information between the two of us as possible." And she places it in your hand. "I think you're the best to have this."
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean,
I think I've basically told you everything I got. I'm not gonna lie.
tell
We're
me-
learning together currently.
Tell me if I'm wrong. You're immune, so if anyone should hold on to this, it's you.
It's probably true.
Well, I mean, we know that it's like a weird, strange parasite. What if we
I
just try
can't
to
look
put
at
it
you
back
right
on?
now. You just cut your arm
What?
off.
Listen,
All right.
that's just stuff you got to do
How are you calm?
sometimes. I mean, it hurt and it's crazy, and my arm's now alive. But I mean, what?
It's
What,
still
we
a
just
part of
freak
me.
out
I
and
love
we-
myself.
I mean, we can't just freak out every time something crazy happens and then not get anything done. I mean,
Let me, babe.
you guys still
Yeah.
gotta get this thing figured out. So, would it be beneficial for me to see if the arm wants to get reattached, and then see what the parasite does to me?
I don't.
mean,
think-
I don't think
What's it
we-
doing to
I
everybody
don't-
else?
It converts you. Were you here when the mirror message happened? It literally, he was stitching his other face together.
I mean, I think I'm much stronger than whatever this little bit of goo is.
Is he always like this? As she turns to Seymour.
Hmm.
Like, is this normal?
I'm like grinning ear to ear. Yeah, I love this guy.
Seymour, your friend could die. He's not immune. I'm not immune.
Well, I know that.
We
I'm aware of
can't
that.
give him his arm back until we
That's
find a
okay,
way to
I'm making
purify it.
What if I?
You did
what
have
if
a
I don't make
paladin
even
that kind of purified a crystal.
That's true.
I mean, I'm actually not all that worried about the arm. I mean, if you guys just want to kill it.
I don't think we
I don't even know
can
how to
kill
do
it.
that, honestly. I don't
Just
know
put,
if
put
I'll
a bunch of
try and
magic
just
in it.
I'll try and just dispel magic in reverse on it and see if that
You
does
sort of
anything.
hold the ball that you're holding, and you sort of release your pulse of dispel magic. You watch as the arms sort of like fall, almost like straining to stand up, and then you watch it sort of rise again. You see more of Rook's arm break apart as if like skin and muscle is being liquefied into food for it, as it's still alive.
Damn. Me watching my own arm get disintegrated.
It's still alive.
Damn.
For right now.
Yeah, Pyra. I don't know what else I got for you, but I'll be happy to share anything else I find if you do the same.
Do we know anything more about the anti-weave? Like, have we seen any more? Your paladin was
I've
talking
seen a
about
lot of
something
it.
with avarice. What exactly did your paladin do?
He put a crystal in his lantern that was full of anti-weave.
Okay,
The crystal was full of anti-weave, not the
got you.
lantern.
I got you. I'm following.
The lantern is a divine artifact of his god that is now him through a complicated series of ascension.
Okay. Well, it's time for me to tell you a little bit of information. That's not just a divine artifact he's carrying. What he's carrying
I'm
is,
listening.
in ancient times, as she opens the book and sort of holds it toward you both. It's called the First Light. It is supposedly the lantern that brought light to the material plane.
Okay. Holy crap.
It was created by the first ever pantheon of gods, and this artifact essentially is in its own right a battery and a generator for divine energy, and over the course of years it would randomly select a person to wield its flame. That flame, we now know, or call it canonically in our time, a divine spark.
Okay. So maybe if we shove your arm in the lantern, Rook.
Okay, we're dropping the arm. Rook, is it? That's your name? I will find you a scroll of regeneration and we'll grow you a new arm as soon as we make sure there's nothing else infected inside of you. Until then, this arm, I'm sorry, fam, it's gone.
I mean, I don't really. I'm not. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just here now.
One arm less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring me the arm.
You see her say, the thing is about that lantern, it hasn't been seen in many years. And by many years, I mean the last recorded instance of this lantern was in the Age of the Fall, during the falling of the Arcanum. And you want to know what god got the divine spark? She puts in quotations.
Yeah.
That would be your new goddess of magic, Mistra, when Mistral fell.
Well, she's having her own problems right now.
A lot of gods are having their own problems right now.
Trust me, I know.
The thing is, though,
my problem.
if the lantern has chosen him, and if he is the next to rise, your paladin's going to become a god at some point.
Yeah. That seems right. I was the one that did the judgment that said he should probably be able to do that.
She turns the book around, flips to an empty page. Judgment is required to become a god. Hey.
Tell her the whole story, my guy.
I'll wait and see what she says.
Okay. We have an arm and a bowl. We have a paladin that may be marked for godhood. Anything else?
Put it in the bowl.
I'm supposed to replace Mistra at some point?
She
Two
faints.
dads.
She faints.
Two dads. Two
Really?
dads isn't that crazy.
That's all Rook hears. Rook's like, 2 dads, and then she faints, thinking that's what she fainted to. Damn, you don't have to be homophobic about it or anything.
Okay.
She is
I'll,
fully out.
Squat down. I like squat down.
Uh-huh.
Like
I'm pillaging.
Okay.
my butt
Your one
is
arm
like over
pillaging.
her. My butt's like over her chest, and I'm
Mhm.
like hovering really close to her face, like poking her.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. You're like poking her and saying, hey, hold on.
Yelling at her, dude. I'll rook one arm, dude.
Okay. As this begins to happen, you begin to watch as Rook, one arm, begins to open his bag of holding against his leg and just start pushing things into his bag of holding.
I'm just looking for good stuff to steal, not just everything.
Okay, fine. Here's some easy things that you come across. You see a ring of keys. They have different colors on them. And some of them have phases of the moon carved into them. You see a coin pouch. You see an ink pot and like of this very fancy quill in it. You see a matchbox that says silent matches. You see a small mirror.
Yep.
And you then see an unfinished spell scroll. You see a bottle on her shelf called Bottled Whispers. You see
The bottle whispers in the unfinished spell scroll, and then that's it.
Okay.
I'm done pillaging.
Okay. She sort of comes to after you poke her face a few times. What happened? Oh! As she sort of
know,
like
you passed
she
out.
sort of bangs her head against the floor again as you're that close to her. Ow. Ow.
Yeah, you
You-
should probably quit doing that.
As this happens, you see someone like knocks on the door and you hear someone say, Mistress, are you okay? Not right now. Not right now. Mistress, do you need medical attention? Okay. She sort of stands up. Seymour, I know you may have a bad taste in your mouth with what some wizards have done to Cyclopeans. Please do not have that with me. As she opens the door and you see walking in is this
Cut her.
yellow gold Cyclopean. She looks at you all and says, "Hello, my name is Serena."
Bang, bang. Okay.
Oh, she talks.
Serena
That's
did
the
not.
first-
Okay, you don't. Okay, I have some information for you. The reason why Serena can speak and think on herself is because she did not receive the right of silencing, like other Cyclopeans when they're born.
Good for you, Serena.
Well, she sort of points to Pyra. Pyra's the one that told them not to do it.
Good for you, Pyra.
Thanks, Serena.
You
Thank you.
said she
Seymour.
is yellow?
She's yellow gold. And whereas Seymour's blue, she is like this yellow gold color, and her eye is the color of amber. It is very kind to meet all of you. Would you like refreshments? As she looks at your arm, bandage, Rook, she says, "Oh my, did this just recently happen? Do you need medical attention? I'm a wonderful healer."
Thank you. No, that's all right. I think it's under control.
Understood. Well, all right. She sort of turns and sees the arm in the bubble, and she's like, "Huh, is that yours?"
She's looking at the arm.
In the bubble, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. I didn't know they made them removable on changelings.
They usually don't.
Okay, I'll be back with tea. And she walks away.
What
Thank
kind
you.
of tea?
Thank you, Samira. Okay. She sort of sits at the table and she says, "Okay, I need to get this arm, get all of us back to Avarice's tower. We need to discuss." Because, yeah, we need to discuss.
Okay, are you ready
Ready for what?
to go?
Oh, I thought you were about to drop something else on me, and I was going to be like, what are you doing now?
No. To go, are you ready to go back to Avarice's? Or do you need to do anything else first?
Rook, are you need to do anything else?
No, I'm ready to go with them.
Okay. As you guys head back, Gideon. This happens while Bjorn's recovering. Avarice and Zeri had walked away, and you no longer saw Rook or Seymour, and Pyra walked out of the building. Tyson is wandering around. Gideon, you notice in your book, the one that Mistra gave you those formulas, one of the formulas is glowing this golden color.
Do I notice the color coming off the book?
Oh,
I'm gonna say no right now, just because this is the moment where you came back to yourself, your senses.
Oh, so this is where I asked about
Yeah.
the whole. I still need I'm
Mhm.
still trying to understand how bad this was, or good, or what.
Yeah, you just came back from whatever you were doing that no one saw, other than you were floating in a dome of force. But Gideon,
Everyone just walked out.
But Gideon, you see your book is like one of the formulas is glowing gold.
I will rub my fingers across the writing.
As you do, you notice something about them. It's almost malleable, changeable. As you sort of look at it, you notice something about it. The way the lines are crafted, the way the formula is laid out. You see what the three formulas are now.
It's all come together.
Make me an Arcana check, Gideon.
Oh damn! You don't get the +5.
Well, it's only to saving throws.
I know.
29.
That is one away from a
Ooh.
nat 20.
Yeah.
With a 29, the information you are given is what each part of the formula stands for. Part 1, the anchor. Magic must touch something real. A name, a place, a memory, a vow, a pattern of some sort. Clause 2. The containment. Power must be shaped by limits. Runes, circle, geometry, intent. Unbound power becomes predamnation. Or predation, sorry, predation. And finally, the return. All working must pay a toll. Heat, time, exhaustion, risk, relevance. Or sorry, revelation. If nothing is paid, something else will pay it for you. You realize Mister wasn't giving you this power. She's giving you permission to impose structure on chaos.
Interesting.
When you begin to focus on the formula, it begins to overlay with the reality around you. It's sort of like, it's like when you stare in the sun and you begin to get those sunspots in your eyes, except here you're seeing the formula against everything. The walls, magical enchantments, everything. You're seeing how the formula is part of everything. Every magic, every enchantment, every spell uses the baseline of this formula in some shape or form. The formula begins to overlay with reality and as a thin gold diagram, like the world is a page, and Mistra is showing you the margins. Lies look like smudges in ink. You watch at parts where like the bits of anti-weave that permeate through the air, now that it's so prevalent in your mortal realm, burn through some of the golden ratio that appears to you. But you watch it fix itself. You see divine magic when it appears, like a handwriting from someone who's forgetting their own name. And finally, you see something even different. As you sort of look over at Bjorn, your sight lowering toward him, you can see how his magic is changing. He's losing the power that a mortal is given, and something is replacing it. Slowly but surely, it will fill up. He's not quite there yet.
Something else.
He's about maybe 40% changed.
And that is not formula based?
It's not appearing like formula. It's almost appearing like just raw power that you're able to see.
That's not part of the equation. Interesting.
As you sort of focus in more on the planes of Avarice's machine and more on your book, Gideon, you notice the runes that were once on your book. You watch them carve themselves back onto your page. The ones from 80,000 years ago.
The ones that I gave to Uzi.
Yep. You see them appear. And Gideon, you know what they are. The rune that Seymour pointed out, that the one is on his soul, the rune literally reads, "To bind." The rune from that you carved down from the transmutation school. The rune, it literally translates to the life. And the final rune,
To bind the life.
Its literal translation that you get to read. You see it say, the summon.
The bind the life, the summon?
Yes.
Interesting. See, it was Rook that identified one of them as well, right?
I did too.
Or
Yes.
was it Bjorn?
I believe it was Bjorn. I don't think Rook identified it. Because I know Seymour did one, and then Bjorn did another one. And the one Bjorn identified that was Celestial is the one that you're reading as To Life. Or The Life. Or, yeah, it was To Life, my bad. Because it's To Bind, To Life, To Summon.
So I just need to find the connection to the summon.
But as you're sort of reading this, you realize that those 3 runes, if connected together, they have the ability to form any spell.
That exists or beyond.
Any spell.
Good question. Good question.
Gideon, what spell would you like to cast? What would you like it to do? Those are now the questions you will ask whenever you cast a spell. As you now, Gideon, where like sorcerers can meditally change their magic with innate ability, you can completely modulate a spell.
Dear God.
Your fireball that can be cast 120 feet away in a 20-foot sphere as fire damage can now be ice damage. Cast it in a line 60 feet, creating a wall.
Whoa.
The intent is what you provide. To life, to bind, to summon.
I think I understand.
Gideon, you watch on your hands as this symbol appears. It looks almost like a scroll with a pin next to it, like a feathered pin.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch it fade into your skin. And you hear in the back of your mind, I knew you'd be ready. As you hear her voice. Weak and breaking. This was the last thing I could give you. I knew once you found it, my message would be heard, that I put in the runes. Gideon, be the wizard that I always thought wizards could be. Okay.
I'll try to do my best. I hope I don't let you down, my lady.
Okay. We cut toward there we go. Go here. Right there. We're going to real quick. Bjorn, you shooter come to, and you see Avarice and Zeri on one side of the room. Gideon is sort of like writing stuff down and looking around at things in it from his book. Tyson is intrigued with the machine. Skeever is also intrigued as he's looking around. You see Conrad and Pine talking off in the distance. Conrad just keeps offering Pine bananas.
I was going to ask. I'm ready for a banana.
What would you like to do, Bjorn?
Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure I did get a very clear answer that what happened was it a bad thing or was it a good thing that this wall, so to speak, got. Did we ever?
There's no right or wrong. Like, there's no good or wrong. There's no good or bad thing. There's no.
Okay.
All Gideon can tell you is something powerful broke through it in a way that should not have been able to break this spell, but it got broken.
And then when we had the horrible fist to fist fight with the quill, right? The hardest and nastiest A and O. Does he understand what that means at all?
I would honestly say Gideon probably would not, just because it's ancient religious text and like about ancient religion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that's not his
Not too
area.
religious.
That's not his area of expertise. So no,
Except for one.
Good to go.
except for one specifically.
Interesting. Where's Giggles?
Not in this room.
No.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Giggles came back with us, didn't she?
She did.
She's enjoying her new life.
Do you
I
want to
guess.
do you want to
Praise
yell
bird.
out for Giggle and see if she responds?
No, I was going to where's Avarice? Where'd she walk off
She's
to?
still in the same room. She's just over by her desk, over here with Zeri, over to the west side, I believe.
Oh, we discovered West. Okay. I'm going to walk
Yeah, you sort of walk over there,
that.
and they're sort of like talking back and forth in hushed voices, pulling books and scribbling notes down as you walk over there.
Do I catch anything of what they're saying as I'm walking over before that?
You catch them saying some very like scientific magical words that you would honestly have no way to understand them, as you've never been to wizard school.
Hmm.
Just specifically.
Very okay. I'd walk up and be like, very complex words. I have no idea the meanings behind. Um, so I didn't destroy your machine.
I see that.
I told you 99%.
And I do appreciate that you did not destroy my machine.
Mm-hmm. Um, how vast is your knowledge about the Feywild?
I know a bit. May I ask what you need?
I'm I am on. It's part of a quest. It's like that's the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
Um,
May I
but
have
I have
information on this
the.
quest?
Say that again.
May I have any information on this quest, and maybe I can help you out?
That is what I'm currently doing.
Okay.
Um, do I still have possession of this book with the hymns?
I mean, sure. Yeah. Wait. I'm sorry. Which are you talking about? The book from the library?
Yeah, the one that had the rhyme or the poet,
What did you leave in place
the
for it?
hymn of lost deity. What did I leave in place for it?
If you don't think you would have left anything, then no, you would not have been able to take it. It would have automatically been pulled from you.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's scar. It well, I do. Okay, never mind. I'll say I guess I don't have the book after all, but this is what I remember
Okay.
about um this entry I was reading. Uh, there's a place between Heartwood and they said that Orm Cormonther.
Yeah. Come on. You say Kamanther, and she looks at you and says, "Yes, that's a city. On the material plane." Are you
Okay.
needing to go there?
Where the Feywild, yes, where the Feywild and Shadowfell
I mean,
connect.
that makes sense. There is the Fields of Dead nearby. Or sorry, not the Fields of Dead, the Dead Wastes near them. It is said the Shadowfell does overlap there, and I mean, there is also a massive fertile forest on the other side of them, so it would make sense that the Feywild probably overlaps there with them. Are you needing a map to that destination?
If you have a map, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, one more. I don't know if you're capable of answering this question.
Okay.
When I partook of this shard that I took and did what I did with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I expelled the anti-weave,
Okay.
I became the guide for a tremendous amount of souls,
Okay.
and had them pass through the gateway. I visually remember a gateway forming when I was channeling my divinity, and turn the souls, and that's what caused, if I'm correct, the shard to relinquish itself. But
Mm-hmm.
from what I've gathered from my fellow companion, Seymour, who happened to be my judger, and I thank him very much, and I owe him a debt of my life.
Uh-huh.
What is in between the weave and anti-weave? Not the mortal plane, but I'm talking the in between.
We don't know what's between the weave and anti-weave. We don't think there's anything between them. We honestly think the anti-weave, if if that's what we're calling this, as she holds up this glass bottle with this like small bead in it, we believe it's
Mm-hmm.
just toxic weave, like natural weave made toxic, powerful, enhanced, almost.
Okay.
We don't think there's anything between them. Now, we also don't know what it's made of or how to go about manufacturing this, as that has not been revealed to us at all. But you said you dispelled out the gemstone and a bunch of souls appeared as you... Did you force them through a gate, or did they willingly pass through you?
I became the guide.
Okay, you became a guide, but did they willingly follow you as a guide, or did you have to force them through?
Above board Christian, did I force them through? I'm trying to remember it.
You're good. No, here's
I'm,
what you did. You rolled a natural 20. Or sorry, you got
Mhm.
like a 38, which saved your ass.
Yes.
They did not want to willingly leave. And you pushed your powers forced them through the gate, as they're meant to be over there. They're not meant to be here. So you did force them, but they were also not meant to be here anymore. They had to pass over. And when you
Okay.
did that, all the effects of the anti-weave in your lantern and that were in you dissipated into nothing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I okay. Back to board. I forced them through, but they didn't belong here either.
Okay. So you did that. And as soon as she's about to say something, the doors sort of like slam open, and you see Pyra, Seymour, and Rook walk in. And Pyra's like, Avarice, I need you. And Avarice is like, I'll be, okay. And she sort of just runs over. And they sort of head over here. Zeri just kind of looks and says, yeah, sisters, what can you do?
I go to wave, but I forget that I don't have an arm.
Yeah, Gideon, you turn to look at Rook, and you see he doesn't have his arm.
Oh my god.
I'm waving a stump
What
at you guys.
Tyson screams as he runs over to Master Rook. Master Rook!
He cut it off. It was pretty badass.
Yeah, I had to cut it off.
Pine flies over. You can have my arm, brother. As he holds his
Did
little
anyone
fin
try
over
the
to you.
mend spell?
Who? I have a question for you. As she sort of like sets down the orb that the arm is in next to Avarice and like pulls the blanket off of Gideon, you see this like creature made of Rook's arm trying to break through with this orb of resistance.
What the hell is that?
Good question.
My arm.
Okay,
That's why I had to cut it off.
everyone.
I think it wants a high five.
Everyone, Rook attempted something very noble, we'll say. And in return, he had to sever his arm before he got fully corrupted by what we are now calling the anti-weave. So that is what happened. Rook waves.
No, Pine, that's okay. No.
As they come with a machine gun attachment.
That's enough to make me about want to rip my arm off.
Funny enough, it kind of was your arm.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Not the wrist-mounted blicky, bro.
Yeah, that one. That one is the pistol. It has the spring on the pistol because that's my main hand, and then the other one is my shotgun hand. Yeah. Now, this is the guy I've been waiting to talk about a new arm with. Yeah, I'm sure you got something cooked up. I want to be able to steal really good again. Yep. See,
Is the
everybody,
arm
we
still
don't have to
able
worry.
shapeshift?
I will
Into, like,
changeling
other arms?
into. I will changeling into the guy that I saw in the mirror.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Does the arm change as well?
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
it
so you
does.
still have some kind of control over it.
I would.
And then I'll change back to myself.
Ah!
You watch the arm change back.
What a freak show.
Changelings.
Well, we got some cool. Well, I was
I
gonna
want-
say we
I
got
wanna
some
know.
cool, like information, but we kind of haven't. It's just kind of been in that bubble. So is it slowly like growing more and more like disgusting?
Yes. It's at
Like
this
it's the
point.
parasite.
At this point, you see like this liquid is oozing out of like the back of the arm where you severed it, and it's like this putrid black and like chunky purple liquid that's coming out of it as it's just trying to break out of this orb.
Yeah, that thing's nasty.
All right. And you see Pyra and Avarice are looking it over and just studying it. Tyson's like, that's super cool that you cut your arm off.
I mean, it sounds super cool, but it is not super cool.
I should
I
cut
don't
my
have an
arm
arm.
off.
I mean,
Oh,
you can
dear
do it whatever
God,
you
no.
want, man.
Tyson, don't do that. You need hands to cast spells, buddy.
Yes.
You're right.
And
I'll
then
get my
you'll have to
ears pierced instead.
relearn how
That's
to
about
use
the
those
same.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can pierce your ears really quick too. Once I get my R back.
If
You see
get new
Zeri
hands,
walk
it's
over
gonna
and go
be
like-
you're a new mage again.
So you see Zeri walk over and he's like, so you guys had some fun adventures, I see.
It was a good time. Good time.
All right.
Gotta
Well,
keep things interesting.
Bjorn's okay. Machine's okay. Gideon's good. Tyson's good. I've been talking with Avarice about Spellguard, if that's still the next place we need to go, or if you need to go.
I mean,
We
I
have a
guess
talk with Seymour, Avarice, and Pyra before we decide to go anywhere else.
So I was talking with her about Spellguard. Currently, Spellguard is a split faction. So it might be good to go there as soon as possible while the city's in a little bit of turmoil and chaos. The reason I say that is because at this moment in time, the head mages that run the city are against each other. And there is currently a faction war happening in Spellguard for dominance, as the people with the anti-weave are trying to convince the people that haven't taken it to take it, and the people that haven't taken it are trying to kill the people that have taken it.
I'm assuming
Sounds like a
that
bloody
the
massacre.
are wielding the correct weave are sympathetic to our overall cause as well, then.
So that might be good to go there at some point, relatively soon, depending on how long the faction war lasts. Avarice, Pyra came from there, and she said it was a lot.
Well, good. She should probably know some runes to get us teleported there, then.
If they haven't been destroyed in the war.
It'll be alright. I'm sure they've got some that are intact.
I wish I could have your optimism. But
Seymour is so totally unbothered by anything ever,
Mm,
dude. He's just
yep.
living life. Like,
he says, I wish I could have your optimism, but that was in the other simulacrum.
but you know, I've got that vibe from you. Honestly, I can't lie.
What can I say? I was made with an important role, and being the last one alive, I'm where I'm at.
Fair enough.
Sort of steps off to the side. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys talk, since y'all probably need to discuss things, especially since I'm here. And he pulls out a scroll and he hands it to you, Seymour. If he doesn't get a good mechanical arm, just use that. And he sort of walks away.
I'd be like, Bjorn, like, hey, you might be assisting us in this conversation. Don't just walk away just yet. You might come helpful.
Okay.
Just let me know when we do the group huddle.
You guys, I mean, currently you guys are group huddly
We're here.
while Pyra and Avarice are sort of doing other things. You guys see Pine sort of circle you guys and be like, "What are you guys doing?"
Oh, I need Avarice and Pyra in this conversation too, because I wasn't finished with the conversation with Avarice.
Do you need me to call him over? Says Pine.
Uh-huh. Sure, be kind and gentle about it.
Avarice! Pyra!
He, you know what? I I want to spring him with holy bark one day and see what happens.
Avarice and Pyra walk over as they just glare at Pine. And he sort of like flies off 5 feet at a time.
I'm gonna hit that plank with divine divinity one day, and I want to see what
Well,
happens to
everyone has
the-
sort of gathered.
Avarice. I know we were having a conversation before they come in, and then now we have a one-armed rook also. So I may be stepping into unknown territory, especially with the poem I was mentioning to you and stuff like that, of where the Feywild and this location trying to go to. But when I was bringing up the anti-weave and the weave situation, is it possible that there's an in-between? And I say this because as someone who has now become the gatekeeper, and not only is it I due diligence as to be the beacon of light, also the doorway to the next. So there's a funny thing about doorways, or just light and dark. There's a fine line right in the middle. So there's an in between. Is it possible? I know this is hypothetically crazy for me as a paladin to say this, but is there possible a shadow weave or a shadow realm of the in between of wild magic?
Pyra and Avarice will sort of look at you and say, I mean, yes, there is a shadow weave. It's made by the goddess Shar. It was her way to give her people magic that Mistra could not control. It still follows the same laws as the weave, but Mistra has no command over the shadow weave. If you did not know.
I'm vaguely familiar with it. All I know is she is the goddess of
Darkness.
shadows and secrets.
Yes, she's the god of darkness and shadows, secrets and such. I mean, there's not.
Do you think she'd have?
Go on.
Do you think she'd have anything against this anti-weave situation?
I mean, if it's attempting to overthrow her power, yes, she would most definitely be against it. The only thing is, none of us are Shar worshippers. And I haven't met a Shar worshipper in over 100 years. So we would have no way to contact her. Now, Shar's home plane is parts of the Shadowfell.
That's part where I have to go.
Well, based off what you told me, you need to go to the material realm, but maybe after you stop by the place that you need to go to on the material realm, you guys might be able to worm your way through a planar portal and get onto the Shadowfell. Mind you, the Shadowfell is a confusing nocturne of mazes that drain the life of the living as you stay there. Slowly, not instant, but it's a very lethal place to go without the blessing of the right god. Anything else?
Well, then, does your map show where Shadowdale is at?
Did you say Shadow Devil?
Shadowdale.
I mean, yeah, the Shadowfell. I mean, you would.
No, Shadow Dale. Unless that was a mistype on your end on that, Christian.
It may have been because it should have just been Shadowfell.
Okay. I just want to make sure because it says it lies 2 to 3 days east of Shadowdale. Unless it's
Oh,
supposed to be
Shadowdale.
Shadowfell.
Oh, on the okay. You're talking about okay. Shadowdale is a town on the material plane. It's not like a plane of existence. It's just the name of another town nearby where that the one city is that starts with the C.
And where are you saying we need to go first before we take this, or me?
I mean,
Think
you
there
would
should
need
be
to
a
go
meet.
to Kamandra. That's the best place to find where the Feywild meets the Shadowfell.
And what's a journey like this of a, how do I say this? A lone wanderer. What's the risk?
Right.
Besides the inevitable slowly dying.
I mean, on top of facing monsters and creatures that live within the Shadowfell, since it is a plane of undeath. Hi.
I know there's a lot going on here. I know my fellow companions. I'm not saying separate from the group, but at what cost is this endeavor of, what was it? The spell? Was it? What was the city
Spellguard.
that
Belgard.
Belgard? Yeah,
So
yeah.
here's the thing. Kamandra is actually pretty close to Spellguard, near the Dead Wastes, which are just beyond the desert of Spellguard. You could probably go to Spellguard, and then from whatever you guys need to do in Spellguard, leave from there to go to Kamandra.
Boys, are you willing to take a quest to Commandra after we get done what we gotta do in Spellguard?
Yeah. I'm always down for a quest. I give a thumbs up, but it's just a stump of an arm.
You watch as Skeever comes out of nowhere and begins to measure your
Yes.
other arm. Gotta make sure it's correctly measured.
I would look at Azrath, and I'd be like, is there anything I can do, or is there any symbol or any inclination that you know of a star that I could look for on this journey?
Scar, she says?
Star.
Hmm.
The Lady of Darkness.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Shar. I mean, I'm not religious in any sense. None of us are. If you're wanting to talk to
Yes.
Shar, the best time to do it would be during a new moon, when the moon is at its darkest.
What's the current celestial calendar of the next new moon?
Roll me a D8.
Yeah. Alright. I got a 5.
The next new moon is in 5 days.
How far is Belgard from here?
Depends on how you're getting there. Airship, 2 days. Horseback, about 4 days, 5 days, depending on weather. Walking, 2 weeks. Teleportation, instant, if they're still up.
What happens if we try and teleport to a circle that's down? Will it just nothing?
It either will be nothing, or your party members and you will be then split across multiple different planar circles within the same city.
Jesus Christ. I've already had to retrieve these people from the timeline. I don't want to have to hunt them down a city, too.
You see Avarice and Priya look at each other and say, "What do you mean timeline?"
It's
Oh,
fine.
dude, you gotta spill the beans like that, man.
I was just inventing a little try and travel spell. It's okay. I got them all back.
Seymour, stop, stop.
I'm not allowed to lie, dude.
I'm not. You don't have to lie. You don't have to speak either.
Yeah, I do. These guys
Withholding the truth is just like lying.
No, it is not.
Rook says as he points with his.
in front of everyone.
Well,
Listen
as
to
he,
me.
Just
as
a
he-
little white
It's
lie.
called impeding an investigation, bud. All right.
Did it? Ask for any information. He just spit it out.
You
Gideon.
just forgot that you knew.
Gideon, do you have anything that you wish to discuss with your party now that you guys have a moment to discuss things?
Oh dear God, Seymour.
Tyler, I also DM'd you, by the way.
Oh,
Tyler don't give a
DM.
fuck.
What kind of picture do you send him?
I'm sorry. It
My
only pops
penis.
up on my phone, but it's sitting here on the desk, and I didn't hear it.
It was my PNR.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, the file was very small.
It's his Spinar.
It's worse. It's Seymour's PNR.
The spells that I gave to the librarian we met have reappeared in my book, and the formula has finally made sense to me. And I would show them all what it looks like.
And Seymour explains the runes to you all.
Runes.
I can read anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Eyes of the Runekeeper is actually insane.
Yeah. I mean, as you read them, you also get the literal definitions of each of the runes. They don't glow for you like they did Seymour, but they're I mean, you can tell there's power there.
Do I sense anything from it?
I mean, you don't sense anything, but you can read the one that's in Celestial still.
Ooh. And that's the one that says
To life.
to life. I'm like, oh, to life.
Wasn't there one you didn't know, Tyler?
It was the last one. It was the one that says to summon.
the summon.
Oh, that's
To,
right.
yeah, to summon.
And what are these exactly? Spells, Gideon?
They're part of a formula to modify magic. Because this formula exists in every form of like arcane magic.
Was it like a meta magic written down?
I believe if you can crack the code of the formula that it could function similarly to that. Yes.
Interesting.
And I think I understand, but I don't want to risk trying it and messing it up. So I'm gonna wait until we need it the most.
I understand. Okay.
Okay. Everyone sort of looks around, and Avarice is about to say, "Well, you are all free to stay here." Oh, okay. We're doing that. Yeah, just in the middle of while Gideon is talking, you guys just see Bjorn just undress his chest, and you guys now see the mark burned into his chest.
That looks painful.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, I was checking on
Somebody got a
that.
healing spell for my boy.
Hold on, no, don't. I was checking on it. I started to itch a little bit. I started to itch.
What is that? And I point with my stub.
I this stuff
Dude.
thing's freaking me out, man. I'm like in the thing in the ball. It's terrifying. I want to look at it, but it's like hard not to look at. Hey Seymour, you might know the name, but I can't say it. Do you have the scribble, Gideon?
Oh, yeah, I still have this scribble of the
What?
2 letters.
Yeah. Gideon, see if you know that name.
You mean Seymour?
Or Seymour, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Seymour. You look over the scribbled page, and you make out what looks like an A and an O.
It's a little shaky there, gentlemen. What would you like me
Yeah.
to roll?
History.
Good old history.
21.
21.
As you look at it, you feel something in you sort of like warm. And you feel like a book in your like soul, Seymour, got heavier. And that's it.
Oh. No, I don't particularly recognize the name.
Let's just say that is the one who branded me, and when before that happened, I kind of tell the whole group what I experienced in that state,
Okay.
and then I have the lantern and 2 cubs, lion cubs, now permanently seared on my chest,
Jesus.
on top of my guard brand celestial arms and all my other tattoos.
Well, you collect them like trophies there, buddy.
It's not like you get any extra points. You just have reminders. But I think that's the beautiful thing about flesh. It kind of reminds you that, as mortal as it may seem, it can definitely carry a burden of a god. Ah, strange how that felt saying that. Weird.
A heavy load, I'm sure.
Yeah, still trying to not hear a voice in my head. Yeah.
I told her you wouldn't like that.
But I may not have liked it, but I needed it. And the need to move forward is more important than staying in the past. Well, I figured as we plan this, I do highly recommend that we get some form of rest or recuperation. And does anyone have any possibility of doing spying eyes on the tavern and making sure everyone at the tavern's okay? Because I'm pretty sure if I step out in public with that poster right there, it's
I
it not.
don't know scrying, but one of the wizards might.
I don't know scrying.
Barry's like,
I actually wrote.
I have an idea, and no one's gonna like it. And he turns to Pine. Pine, go check on the tavern. And he just punts him out of a window.
I don't think the cook is going to like him very much.
Well, at least
That's
you'll
actually the.
Well,
I like that the most of anything that's happened all day.
look,
actually.
I needed to get that fucking fish out of here, or I was gonna blow my fucking simulacrum brains out.
You know, I'm really missing Dirt. And what was the other kid, the tadpole guy's name?
I think it was like K. I know who you're talking about. It was the Frogan.
Oh God,
Yeah.
he's gonna be
the
like
Brogan.
70 by the time we see him again.
The
Dude.
funny thing is, it's only been like a few weeks.
The next time I see anybody, from
Time
the
passes
tavern,
different for them.
I'm gonna
No.
grab their face like a grandmother and just be like, "You look so different. Oh, how you've grown,
My boy.
my boy, my brand."
All right.
Well,
You guys
that was
are free to go rest up. Rook, during the evening, while you're about to sleep and everything.
I might ask Rook for that library card.
Rook cannot give his library card to anyone unless he wants to try to.
That's right. That's right.
That's his card.
And it has to be 3 forms of knowledge.
But as everyone sort of separates out and you each go to your own space, what would everyone like to do during the night? If you would like to just sleep, you can. If there's anything that's on your mind that you want to like craft or to attempt to do, please let me know.
I'm gonna message you. I want to message it.
Okay.
Well, I assume everyone's going to want to chime in. I'm just giving you the heads up.
That's fine. Everyone sort of separates out. Rook, Avarice will give you a potion. She says, here, drink this. It won't regrow your arm, but it may mitigate some of the effects of not having an arm.
Okay, I'm drinking a potion.
It is essentially greater restoration. Your negative 25 hit points for your max do return. Your arm does not return, though.
Okay. Yippee!
Okay, there we go. You go into your room, Rook, and you see currently in the corner, scraps of metal and wire and like magic, like oils and elixirs around him. You see Skeevers working away, crafting, and he's like, all right, if I had this, if I take a little bit of this, all right, and then once I need the ability to adapt and change. And you just... All right, Rook, did you want it black or green? He screams back to you.
Black, please.
All right, black. All right, more onyx stone. All right, Rook. How attached are you to blood?
I don't think. Wait, I'm not all that worried about it.
Perfect. He goes back to crafting. Seymour, in your room, do you just immediately crash and go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bjorn,
go to bed.
do you go to sleep immediately?
I sent it to.
Okay. On which person? This one. Roll me a religion check, Bjorn. Gideon, what would you like to do in your room?
Um,
22.
All right, I'll get to you in just a second, Bjorn. You let me know what you want to do, Gideon. If you just want to sleep, we can sleep. If you want to do something magical, you can.
I also sent you a DM, Christian.
Oh, okay.
I would probably just
I will not.
study the formula a little bit until I fall asleep.
You call out Mister's name while you're studying the formula.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ignore the sticky
dog.
pages.
Ah, damn it.
I hate
It's
it
just
here.
the protein powder,
I hate it
I
here.
swear.
I hate it here. Everyone gets a long rest. Rook, you sort of wake up, and as you sort of wake up and begin to sort of move around, you feel something heavy and like metallic on your shoulder.
Okay, is it my new arm?
You sort of see this like mechanical arm on the ground. Give me just a second. Currently it is not in use, as it is a requirement that you attune to your new mechanical arm.
Okay.
But this is what it looks like.
Yo. Oh, dude.
That's pretty badass.
Dude.
The homie.
Alright, I've put in a bunch of abilities and such in it. I worked all night. As you see, Skeever's eyes are like twitching all over. It should be pretty good, Rook. Rook, if you will check your inventory, you will see the Quiet Hand of Rook, which is your new arm.
Oh.
I might have Skeever try to make me a piece of armor using the flame of the lantern. He harms it.
The fucking arm is baller.
Dude, that's. I want to know what those 4 pieces are.
All for Rook.
Hey, Skeever,
Yeah,
you absolutely killed it on this. Thank you.
you're very welcome.
Better pay the boy.
And you just see him just pass out on the floor.
I will throw him in whatever bed I was in.
Okay.
Tuck him
No,
in.
sharing beds, man.
Hey, they shared beds
I always
before.
cuddle with Rook.
And Rook's the best cuddler, because he can be anyone.
True.
Yeah, he goes to sleep in your bed, and Rook, what would you like to do early in the first thing in the morning?
I'm testing the feel of this arm, so once I'm attuned, it just
Mhm.
kind of works like
Yeah,
my
it
regular arm.
It like as you attune to it, you feel those like metal points stick themselves into you, and you see a little bit of blood, and it just sort of like drills down into you. It hurts for a moment when it drills in, but the moment it does, you feel it connect to you, and that phantom limb pain is immediately gone. As when you would want to move this arm, it moves exactly as if you were moving your normal arm.
Hell yeah.
You do see going down like some of the empty chambers. It is filling up with your blood, and then you see it circle back around and go back into you as if they're acting as if like veins.
Dude, that's so cool.
Okay.
Is there any? I mean, do you
Yeah,
want?
I think I'm just gonna kind of wander around. Are we in the tower still?
Yes, you are in Avarice's tower because she did not want you to leave.
Okay. Did she have any food? Is there
Yeah,
somewhere to
you go downstairs
cook
and you
food?
see cooking you food is a bunch of sentient what looks like bunny rabbits.
Are they cooking?
Yes.
Who doesn't like a good rabbit meal, man? Rabbit tastes so good.
Okay. I'll just hang out.
They as you sit at the table, you are brought a plates of food for breakfast. Just all types of breakfast foods are brought to you. And they pour coffee, orange juice, water, wine, all in front of you for you to choose from what you would like to drink. Even a honey ale.
I will have a couple of honey ales and then the rest coffee.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I'll just
coffee.
whatever they're throwing out, as long as it's not eggs, I'm eating it.
It'd be so funny if you said, I'm going to have like a Disney Channel breakfast. And it's going to be like one bite of bread and that's it.
One piece of toast.
I got to go to school, Mom. Yeah, you begin to
I'm gonna miss
engorge
the
yourself.
bus.
Seymour, you come downstairs second, and you see this table full of breakfast foods. And you see the bunnies are serving, and they pull a chair out for you. They're all white bunnies, like up to your ankles.
That's crazy. I'll have some of whatever they're cooking just because that's insane. I
You
love
see
that.
eventually Avarice and Pyra join you, and she says, "Do you, I do hope my familiars got your taste right, both of you."
I'll
give a
take
thumbs
bite of
up with
something,
my
see what it
robot
tastes
arm.
like.
Okay. Ah, I see you got an arm. That's wonderful. At least you're not down an arm.
Yeah. Good old Skeever, he's pretty talented.
Wonderful. Can it shapeshift with you? I know that's like a big thing for changelings.
Oh. I will turn into Avarice.
Well, that's awkward in the first thing in the morning. As you shift, you look at your arm, your actual one, and you see it has changed to have like white tiefling scales going up it. And as you look at your mechanical one, you see where your blood flares up, and you watch as the mechanical arm, sort of like almost like camo, modulate to fit that change, that form. And you now also have the same white scales going up of it, but it still is like a mechanical arm.
So I'll go into my crow form then.
You go into your crow form, and you see what's like black, like mechanical feathers coming out of your arm.
Okay. Alright. So kind of, sort of, I guess?
Kind of. It's the best you can do with a mechanical arm. Well, at this point, Gideon, you can come down, Bjorn can come down, and so does everyone else other than Skeever. You're all eating breakfast, and Pyra's like, okay, Are you all wishing to leave to Spellguard today?
Oh, I was trying to figure out what happened in my meditation.
Your meditation
Really?
with just a 22, it wasn't that anything was revealed to you or anything specifically happened, but it was peaceful and you got a full long rest from it. There wasn't anything, because I know what you asked, and you're trying
Mhm.
to see the vision walking between the light and the dark, and as you try to picture the Shadow Realm and Shar, it's almost as if something is stopping you. Something doesn't want that door to open.
Like intent, like I shouldn't be
Intent.
opening that door as a warning.
Yes, it is a warning. There are some doors you're not supposed to open.
So new moon, I guess.
The last image I will give you that you see at the very last part of your meditation is you see a blade stabbed into a stone temple's floor, surrounded by dead and living, thriving vegetation. And you hear in the back of your head, "You were judged. But do you deserve the power you have?"
Hmm. That's right here, huh?
Yep.
Do I recognize the voice?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think you would, because I haven't. This person or thing has not talked to you before. Do you wish to speak back to it?
What did it say again?
You were already judged, but do you deserve the power that you have?
Um. Yeah, I'll speak back, or try to attempt to speak back.
What will you say?
I, I was the thing said I was judged, and do I deserve the power I have? Is it that's it? Yeah, correct.
Yep, that is what it's asking.
What's the word? What's the Hmm. Do I deserve the power I have? I feel bestowed with the power. Now, asking the question of whether I deserve it or not deserve it, I would say that defines the quest or the journey and the path that I walk. Is all power, is anyone and everyone that has power deserve it? No. But it's how you use the power is the question.
The voice responds back. I've seen power change people at heart, change the way they are, completely and totally. I fought. I did with all of my power to protect the ones I loved. And they still died. But I still got up and I went to work because more people needed me. Will you do that when the people you love die?
You're asking me if I'm willing to watch my companions, everything I know, the world around me be completely consumed and destroyed, and you're asking me, am I willing to continue to step forward on the path that I am now? Not just a righteous path, because righteousness can be easily seen as destructive.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between pride and righteousness.
There is.
Then I shall answer the question. I am willing to lose everything. Not just simply because it's the right thing to do, but sometimes some things are just because you have no control over anything except for how you react to your emotions and the words that come out of your mouth. Because that's truly the only thing that we have control over. I can't control what my friends do when they step out the door, what will and what won't happen. Why ponder my thoughts, my worries over some things I legitimately do not have control over? I do know this.
Then let's let those wings fly. And the voice leaves. And you are downstairs eating breakfast. But Hyra will ask, is the plan today, gentlemen, to go to Spellguard? Or do you need time to prepare? I will tell you it is probably a battleground.
Let me check my...
What'd
I
you
don't know
say?
how much already I can be than I am.
I'm trying to see if I need anything to adjust within my current spells.
I would recommend, if you have the capability, if you have money, make sure you are stocked up on potions or any items that you might need. If you do not need... She sort
That's
of...
a good idea. Probably some potion.
She sort of walks over to, like, the side of the wall, and she says, now, this was given to me a long time ago because of something that I purchased from this store. And you see her take out this piece of chalk. She draws a square and then taps on it, and you see it unfolds, kind of like a like, you know, like a storefront at like a mall. It just sort of, and you
Like a
see
fucking mall kiosk.
a neon sign pops out, and you see standing there at the cashier station is a woolly loxodon, and you see it say Tick and Tax Knickknacks. That costs me probably 2.3 million platinum.
Seems like a good investment.
Jeez.
I can use it 7 times in one day
Damn.
on any flat stone surface, specifically stone. But you guys, for right now, if you would like to purchase anything, anyone, there is right out. I'll change the color. We'll go red, and there is.
Getting all my currencies in a tavern.
As you say that, You see flying in from the broken window. Five feet at a time.
Mm.
He sort of hovers over where you're eating, opens his mouth, and just a rain of coins fall on your food, covered in his fish saliva.
Really, man?
Yay.
And he sort of like gets all of them out. Ah, your bartender told me to carry the gold like that. He said he thought you would like it since what you just had me do to him. I don't know what that means.
Um, that is a good friend. That is a good friend. How is his daughter?
He had a daughter?
Never mind. How is the cook?
Which one?
The big ogre one.
There were two.
Oh, I'm glad she made it. Oh. And then there was this little tadpole with the character training him
Ah, yeah.
like a little.
Yes, the frog race child.
Yes,
He died of old age.
really.
That's what I was told.
Unironically, the frog race does only live to be like 40, I think, is
Yeah.
the like upper echelon for them.
Yep.
A few weeks and is dead.
Well, I'm just memeing about that, but I am just saying they are a very short lifespan.
He sort of looks and says, "That's what I was told." You gonna finish that fish?
No. How much coin did this thing regurgitate on my plate?
As you count up your gold, you have 3,000 gold and 1,000 platinum.
Oh, dear.
Jesus.
Well, when you're
And
the only
1,000
bar in
platinum.
town, you get to make that money. Especially after I was told there was 2 bar explosions.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the first one.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with that.
He flies up close to your
Now.
face. I saw the second.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But yeah, you guys have money. You are freely able to buy anything that you want. You guys can come up with a list that you would like to buy, and then at the start of next session, we'll end it here. You guys can be off to Spellguard.
Sounds good.
Hooray!
Oh,
We learned a lot of stuff. We got some powers flowing, some gifts given, some arms created.
A new scar.
Oh, poor Rook.
Everyone, have a great evening.